What is up, my dudes? Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We're gonna do an update. We're gonna get back to the roots of the channel a little bit today and do some analysis into the conspiracies that are around us. Ooh, my mic looks really loud. Let me know if that mic's a little too hot. What's up, AP? How's it going? What's up, Dark Lotus in the house? How you been doing, man? It's been a minute. So today, as you guys know, here at the House of Flux, we never theorize. We only analyze the conspiracies of the past, because conspiracy theorist is a dirty term coined by the CIA after people refused to believe the Warren Commission after JFK. They're like, they're just conspiracy theorists. And then people, that's when the term became kind of, ooh, they're not good people. But you know what? We don't theorize here. We analyze. We go back and we look at things that weren't so upright, if you know what I mean. But we're also gonna take a look at the Laura Owens case because we have his mugshot. I will not be accused of being a bigot. In today's day and age, I am going to go by the legal document that is currently directly in front of me. Because I'm not going to be accused of assuming somebody's gender. No, no, no. Nay, nay. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to take a look at that because that made me giggle on so many levels. It made my heart happy. That might be cruel. I don't know. I just know that I saw that and I laughed my ass off, and it made me happy. So let's jump in. Well, we're also gonna talk about the Epstein shit because talk about conspiracy, my dudes. Holy cow, this is going to be insane. I don't understand what is happening. And I don't understand the levels of bullshittery going on is insane to me. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The giggles are real. Oh yeah. So let me start by pulling up. This is my favorite case. I have been following this case since the beginning, and whenever it first broke, Megan Fox covered it with Dave Neal. I've been following it since the early era, and I am so happy that we finally are. I mean, this alone, I feel like is, for me, who is a third party I'm like a 10th. I'm so far removed from this situation. I forgot where I was going with that. But I am so far removed. For me, oh, this is where I was going. For me, this is personally enough justice. In my eyes, I feel like this was enough justice. But again, I'm just a 10th party, completely removed, no stakes in the game. So let's go into, let me pull up the window a little bit. So we have Maricopa County Sheriff's Office identification information. This is one, Laura Michelle Owens. She is the woman who claimed that she got pregnant via the throat. The tonsil twins lady, as you will. As I refer to her when I'm talking about her to Mrs. Flux. I'm like, hey, the tonsil twins lady. And she goes, oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Oh, the music is still there? The music should not. Ooh. Aha. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. I forgot that I had the music. See this, I need to use a different view for this because it doesn't always show me. But thank you so much. So, I'm going to zoom in for you guys right here. Let's take a look at this. Can I not zoom? Let me see. There we go. Oh, it only zooms the page. I don't know if you guys can see right here. Sex, male. Yeah. So that's a thing. That for me is personal justice. Like, being completely far removed, I'm like, she deserved all of this. This is justice. Whether she takes a plea, which she won't, or whatever the case may be, this is justice right here. I mean, and just talk about a mugshot. Oh, talk about a mugshot. Look at that mug. And Unhung Hero, what's up, my dude? It is good to see you. Thank you so much to the best Subaru American on YouTube. Good to see you in Squid's chat the other day. Yes, I do pop in from time to time. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Who's the dude with the mugshot? Exactly, Hey Joe. Exactly. He is, you know, for people who try to pass, I'd say this isn't even a great one. Because here I feel like we have a 5 o'clock shadow right here. Is it just me? Or is like there a weird 5 o'clock shadow? Those, like, bro, those eyes stare into your soul and they are dead. In my First Amendment protected right opinion speech. Oh my goodness. This dude right here said that he got pregnant from the throat. And in my mind, I'm like, is there a reason there was only like throat stuff? Is it all making sense? This is, Island says, you know, Laura being a male would explain a lack of intercourse. You know, I was kind of thinking, I'm like, now granted, we know she's a woman because she has been to some doctor. I mean, no, she did go to a doctor, right? We do have evidence that she is... Guys, do we have evidence that she's a woman? Yes, I do believe there is enough evidence from her victims. We have evidence from her victims that that this is not the case. However, this is so amazing. And she needs one of these. Hold on. She needs one of these, right? She definitely needs one of these. M-Spire in the house. Thank you so much, M-Spire. Love you, Flux. Now, it's now a shim. LOL. Nice. And Heijo with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Have the best day ever, my dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, she needs one of these because right now it says no mustache, no beard. She needs one of these. To really complete the look, she needs one of these. You know, so she can sit and ponder. Yes. Unhung Hero with a $2 super chat. What is a woman? That's true. That's very true. What is a woman? Good Lord. I can't believe, like, and that's the thing. In today's society, the fact that this at some level is possible is just so bizarre to me that we could be in society, we could be at a place where we're like, wait, is this really what's up, Diwa? How's it going? Is this really where we're at? But I also did want to talk today about this case and the legal system mixed with, like, for those of you who follow what the Hales and Jeremy Hales and his court shenanigans and everything happening with Jeffrey Epstein, what is happening with our legal system where everything has become a joke? Between Dingus, the lawyer, the LOL-yer, and Cash Patel oh, no list, nope, he committed, bruh, what happened to the legal system? Where did it go? What, let's bring up, the Epstein stuff. That is super small. There we go. So, Nux Taku, he had posted, why are we still talking about Epstein list when all the people on the list literally said there is no list? This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, all the people who are, no, there's no list. What are you talking about? There's no list. Says the people on the list. We all know something happened there. And I think it was a Ben Shapiro clip where he had said, at this point, you need to show me your evidence that there is a list. Bruh! How about the fact there is a fucking island where he would have these weird parties with a bunch of people over and also traffic thousands of children, and you're telling me they're not connected? And that's not evidence of some shady business? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. What is happening? I feel like after 2020, your ability to gaslight us has completely tanked. The government doesn't seem to understand that they fucked up so hard in 2020. Not one person believes a single, lie that falls out of their teeth. It is completely insane to me that they sit there after years of being like, we have the list is blah, 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 all this evidence, all this blackmail, all this bullshit. No, there's nothing. Bro, what about the little black book? What about all the footage? Am I taking crazy pills? Am I insane to think? No. Nope. I am going to believe what I see with my eyes, the evidence that has been presented in court, and the evidence of everything around. What I don't understand is now President Trump coming out and saying, shut the fuck up about this Epstein shit. Sir, with all due respect, shut the fuck up and give the people what they want. Give the people justice. Give the people transparency. What they fucking voted you for in my First Amendment protected free speech right. I don't understand how any of this is happening. And Mspire with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. As I age, I'm about to call my titties my lady balls. I support that decision. And Unhung Hero with a $2 super chat. Oh, also, really quick. Hey Joe with her $20 super chat.
She took out Pierce Johnson as our stream boss. All hail, Hey Joe, the new stream boss. For those of you who are new here, we do have a stream boss. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you see Hey Joe has now taken over as our stream boss. All hail, Hey Joe, our stream boss. For every super chat, member chat, and or new subscription, you take 8 HP away from the stream boss. So it's like you're attacking the stream boss. And whoever deals the killing blow takes over as stream boss. So congratulations, Hey Joe. You are now our new stream boss. And with the flight logs, we know there are flight logs of so many people flying to this island. We know the Clintons were there. Guys, we can't get into Clinton conspiracies. Like, bruh, hold on. I'm gonna find this picture.
Stand by. Hold on. Hold on. No, just blow up the picture. Hold on. I keep... Alright, stand by. Stand by. Stand by. This right here, my friends, is why there is no list.
Do we all forget about this? They are all friends. This is all theater. They're all in it together. And while Trump might not be as deep in it, but we have to remember there is a larger picture here. This is a huge scheme and operation that has probably gone on for, if we want to go super deep into it, do we even need to talk about the Skull and Bones Society and like all that weird stuff? But like, let me move this over here. Melania's pretty, but like, are we shocked that the list isn't coming out? Are we shocked there's no evidence? And again, I think now is a good time to mention my channel disclaimer. I am but a humble bard. Everything I say is in mere jest and should not be taken seriously. If you take what I say seriously, I do reserve the right to make fun of you. Just a disclaimer. Are we surprised by any of this? I think not. I think not. I do want to play this because I'm like, no, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I'm not confused. This doesn't shock me at all. So this is when they were all gathered the other day, and it just, let me know if the volume should be okay. Hopefully.
Whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of his death?
Yeah, sure. Okay, could I just interrupt? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
It's not unbelievable. It's our babies that are being kidnapped off the streets. It's our babies that are being stolen and trafficked. It's not their babies. They don't give a shit. It's our babies. That's why we care. That's why we still talk about it. Because it's our babies that are being stolen off the streets.
you want to waste the time, and do you feel...
It's not a waste of time. It's people's babies. It's victims.
like answer?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this.
I can't believe you're asking
having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up.
Only certain victims matter. And again, what happened in Texas is a tragedy. But for him to be like, oh, look at this, and not like they're all victims. Everybody's been hurt. There's shit happening everywhere. And to say those victims don't matter because we have these victims is a shit thing to say.
Up on that, in February, I did an interview.
Everybody
on Fox,
fucking
and it's been getting
matters.
a lot of attention because I said I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed.
You asked me a direct question and I gave you a direct answer, but that's not what I meant. Ooh.
Meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloads.
It was only child porn. You know, it wasn't fucking secret cameras hidden all over his fucking island and his house and all that shit.
Loaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an age.
So it was only children. There wasn't any adults in any of that fucking thing that they could identify. There was nothing. It was just a bunch of stuff that he downloaded. It was only stuff that he downloaded, guys. It was only gross shit he downloaded because he was a gross dude. Bull fucking shit.
Agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitive.
Traffic thousands of children. To where? To who? Nobody. But he got convicted of trafficking and all. What did he get convicted of? What is any of this for? I think the government is trying to get. Did Jeffrey Epstein even exist? Was he even a person?
The video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
Mr. President, on the tariffs first. You said it's the
That's
deadline.
just such bullshit. On so many levels. We, the people who elected you, care. We care. They might not give a shit because it's not their babies. They might not give a shit because we're beneath them and they're on this level. But you know what? The little plebes, us little normal people, us little, 9 to 5, just trying to work to provide for our family types, we care about this shit. And to just spit in the faces of every American that was like, give us justice and accountability. What was you guys remember the fucking, do you guys remember
when they released the Epstein files phase 1? Yeah, hold on.
Do you guys remember this bullshit? Let me move this over. You guys remember this bullshit? This is insane. I don't understand. understand any of this. Like, you remember when they came out with the binders and they're like, ooh, the binders. Why is this cutting off so bad? Hold on. There we go. Like, the binders. What was this phase 1? What was this for? What is phase 2? Everybody got pissed because they're like, yeah, we already know that shit. Okay, well then, if all of that was nothing, what do you mean? I don't understand. Oh, let me move that back center. If there was nothing there, what was the phase 1? What was the, we have the file, everything's gonna be released? Yeah, well, the footage that you released of not Jeffrey Epstein's door, of some random place in the prison? Are you serious? That's supposed to, like, confirm? You guys said there was no footage, and now we have footage. Except for, like, 1 minute that's missing, which isn't suspicious at all. No, the 1 minute is me. You know Trump kicked Epstein out of Yes. Yes, I do know Trump was not a fan of Epstein, and when he was trying to bring in younger girls, I do believe Trump was like, nah, bro, bye, you're done. However, again, we could pull up the picture of why I suspect, this is why I suspect nothing's being released. But well, I don't think we'll ever know. They're never gonna tell us. It's gonna be too much like national security interests or whatever bullshit they want to come up with. The only way it would ever be released is if one of us became president and we're like, yeah, fuck all this shit. I think the biggest reason we don't know shit is because of this. Do we need to go into everything that has been alleged around that particular family name over the past, however many years? I don't know. I don't think... Yeah, this killed if you had any type of faith in... If you even had a mustard seed of faith left that this administration would do something differently, I mean, yes, they're taking care of immigration issues. Yes, we get no tax on tips. But to not hold people accountable that have done truly heinous and disgusting things, and to tell us there is no evidence, and no blackmail, and no list. Did they get to him? They got to him. I mean, I don't think he wants to be JFK'd. Rosalind Duke, what's up, Roz? How's it going? I honestly think it's bigger than Clinton's. I mean, it's got to be, guys. Guys, can I tell you a horrific story? Do you guys want to hear a horrific story from my life? That does have a little bit to do with the Clintons. Not directly, but I have a dark sense of humor. Very dark sense of humor. If you don't laugh, you cry. And I would rather laugh than cry. When my father passed from cancer in 2020. June 16th, I woke up from a nightmare. In this nightmare, I saw my dad, and he was testifying against the Clintons in court. And in my dream, I started screaming. I'm like, they're gonna kill him. He's gonna die. My dad's gonna die. And I woke up with this gut feeling. I'm like, my dad's gonna die. And I couldn't shake it. And then I got the phone call later that afternoon that my dad had cancer, and he wasn't gonna make it for very long. And I'm like, I mean, it was horrific at the time, but looking back, I'm like, bro, what was my brain doing to me? What happened? That was an unexplained thing that Jeff and I talked about a lot, because I'm like, bro, I knew he was gonna die because I had a dream that he testified against the Clintons. I mean, granted, he died from cancer, but like, I had this dream, and I'm like, was that some weird... I don't know how to explain it. It's unexplained. Some people have premonitions. Was it a premonition of my father's death? I think so, but in like a comical way. My brain was like, we want to break this news to you, but we want to do it in a funny way. Because that was funny. My dad was also into the conspiracy analyzation. He was definitely into that. And so I didn't tell him about that dream, but I told my sister, and she laughed really hard, and I laughed, and I'm like, if I was gonna get the news, that was an interesting way to get the news. But yeah, Bobby Bologna, I can explain it. You're weird. Yeah. Weird. But no, that's an unexplained thing, but it ties into the Clinton. It just makes me laugh. Now it makes me laugh. I think I have that dark sense of humor. My family has that dark sense of humor, and it gave us all a giggle, but it was like, weird premonition, bro. Weird premonition, my dude. Yes, Building 7. Oh my god. So I did a stream about Building 7 a while ago. I want to say, I don't know if I streamed with Danny on. I vaguely remember talking about Building 7 with Danny on. Because Building 7, for those of you who don't know, Building 7 is the first high-rise in history to ever come down solely from fire. Basically, Building 7 collapsed solely because it was on fire, and it was so hot that it melted everything and the building fell. And that was the first time it had ever happened in history, and I'm pretty sure it is still the only time that a skyrise has ever fallen solely due to flames. Interesting, right? Building 7 was not hit. Building 7 just caught fire because of everything around it, and it was so hot it collapsed the building. And the report that was done after it, they basically are like, yeah, no, it fell because it was hot. Trust us, bro. Literally, trust us, bro, was their explanation. And basically, they're like, there was no explosives, because if there was explosive there, people would have noticed. Literally, their explanation was, if there was explosives, people would have noticed. Yeah, because you can't disguise them or hide them, and there had been construction in the building, so no. No, construction workers can't, disguise explosives as, equipment or supply. Nah, bro. Trust us. It was fire. Bullshit. But yeah, what's up, Torrin? How's it going? That's true. I'm pretty sure because my dad also researched a lot of this stuff, they could have gotten to him. So if I die from like cancer in the next few weeks, just know it was probably them. But yeah, no, it's if you read the report on Building 7, it's fascinating in the sense of there's nothing there. It fell because it was hot. We did tests and it was hot, and because the sprinklers, because the water couldn't get to the building because all the water was fucked up and everything from the towers, because the sprinkler system couldn't work. It caught fire and then collapsed. First time in history, a skyscraper was brought down from fire alone. There's no client list, bro. Trust us. We looked. You know, I did see, I read somewhere, you know me, I'm doing all of the analyzation. Excuse me. I'm doing all of the analyzation. I am analyzing everything. I'm reading posts. I'm reading news articles. I'm going back and looking at evidence. I'm looking into shit. All right. One of the things that I read, I don't know how much I believe it, other than it's interesting timing. Somebody said that the Biden administration was working to get rid of all of the evidence, and Diddy was the last one that they had to get all of the evidence. Like, Diddy was the last stockpile of blackmail that they had to clear out. And so by the time the Trump administration got in, everything was gone and or destroyed. I don't know how much I believe that. However, we all know they are all doing some shady, weird shit that none of us like or approve of. And we don't understand. Ooh, Michael Proctor's trending. Oh, you guys can't see. Look at this. Let me just... Ooh, wrong button. If you can see my trending list, Michael Proctor is trending for some reason. That's another justice gone wrong. Let's see, why is he trending? He continues to appeal his firing. Oh. Yeah, did you see how fat he got? He can't be a trooper anymore. Any hoozle. Uncle Buck says my humor is so dark. Yeah, I have dark humor, and it's my siblings also have dark humor, and yeah, that was funny. So like with, you know, the Building 7 report, so is the Epstein report. Something doesn't make sense. There's no way there's just nothing there. You can't tell me it's just he trafficked thousands of children to that island and there's no video, even though he had cameras all over his house and secret, like, recordings. He had nobody else there. He had nobody else with him. So what was the whole thing with Prince Andrew then? If there's no client list, like, the Prince Andrew bullshit. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. And I might just be a dumb American, but I ain't stupid. I mean, maybe I'm a little stupid, but I'm not blind. Yeah, how did Jeffrey Epstein keep making his money? Was he just a stock dude? I don't think so. And fucking Pam Bondi saying we have no evidence that he was an agent? Are you serious? Wasn't his dad Secret Service and like everybody, didn't he work for like the FBI in 2006? Wasn't there like something he did with the FBI in 2006? And you're telling me he's not an agent for anybody with all these ties? Like, bro, a lot of us think he was some type of spy or like some type of, I don't know, man. Was he was a fall guy. That's all he was. Was Jeffrey Epstein solely the fall guy? Everything, he was the kingpin that everything fell on. And a lot of people still think he's alive on his island. I don't think you can get close to there anymore. Like, I think his brother owns it. I don't know. But I'm pretty, there's this huge theory that he is alive and living on his island. The cameras went out and the guards fell asleep. Those ligature marks, for those of you who might not know, I have my associate's degree in criminal justice, and I'm currently attempting to pursue my bachelor's in criminology. I've had to study different types of wounds and different types of, as my thumbnail suggests, I don't know if you guys noticed my lovely thumbnail today. That is a picture from when I was in school. I went to New England Tech for my associate's degree, and it was a very hands-on learning environment, and I loved it. I had so much fun, and the thumbnail is from the one of the days when we were studying blood spatter analysis. So we were making different types of blood spatter, different types of, you know, droplets to, you know, study them, see how they fell, see, you know, different types of viscosity and velocity, and it's just, it was fun. It was really cool. So this is an area of interest that I have. I love the crime scene investigation, and I love the analysis of it all. And for me, when I'm looking at a crime scene, it's essentially a puzzle to be solved. And so it was very enjoyable for me to go through crime scene investigation, and again, blood spatter analysis was one of my favorite subjects. I loved it. But this is all just a spit in the face of every type of, like, I don't even know. I'm so mad. This is so bad. There's evidence. And what was all of the evidence they had on him to lock him up and give him this sweetheart deal? And Virginia Giuffre, she's dead. Like, that lady died. Hold on. Let's go. She committed suicide, right? I am making it publicly known that I in no way, shape, or form am suicidal. I have made this known to my therapist, GP. If something happens to me in the sake of my family, do not, I think that means for the sake of my family, do not let this go away and help me protect them. Too many evil people want to see me quieted. Yeah, She was hit by a fucking bus and then decided to kill herself? Are you fucking kidding me? Though, to be fair, it was really weird. Like, the accident... This was a weird post. Oh, also, trigger warning. Sorry. I've been saying the new YouTube naughty words. YouTube doesn't like when you say certain words. But it's just... Like, she was hit by a bus and then decided to end her life. Really? And now there's no evidence of anything? What was the actual date she passed? Stand by.
Let's see. What was the actual day she passed?
April 25th. What else? You know what? We're gonna do this too. This is one of my favorite sites. Also, when I do my yearly recaps, I will use this site. It's called On This Day. And I'm gonna go to April 25th. Nope. Is my numbers? Ew. 25th. 25. All right, let's see. So this website will tell us like the significant things that happened on April 25th. I love this site. It gives you like the significant things that go down. So yeah, Virginia Giuffre, American sex trafficking activist and founder of Speak Out, Act Reclaim, commits suicide at 41. Let's see what else happened. Oh no, I don't want famous deaths. I want the highlights. Major events. Let's go to April. So when I do my yearly breakdowns, I will do this month by month and we'll go look at the stuff that happened. So we're gonna go to see if anything else was happening interesting around this time. No, I mean, Canadian voters re-elect the Liberal Party, but that was on the 28th. Doesn't seem like there was anything super crazy going on. But also the Diddy stuff was happening around this time. There was a lot of stuff going on around this time. And you're telling me that all of this is a coincidence? You're telling me that the woman who said, I am in no way going to end my life. I am in no way wanting to do anything of the sort. It's weird. Just goes and does it. It's insane to me. And it wraps up with just all this stuff. Our legal system is gone. Our legal system is a joke. Case in point, Jeremy Hales' case. That poor dude has suffered through so much bullshit because the legal system refuses to do its job. And I don't understand how we keep getting failure after failure, especially in that one specific case. Where it's like it started with so much bias with one judge. One judge felt he had the power to do anything he wanted and everything he wanted. And he did. And then it put Jeremy through so much bullshit because a judge wanted to be God. And how often and how much are we seeing this where these judges now are like, I am all powerful, you bow before me. Even with the President of the United States. What is happening to our legal system? I want to go through the Jeremy Hales case and break it down even more because, again, law is my passion. I like rules. Rules help me process life. Like, I have been diagnosed with ADHD, among other things. I need order. I need order, but I need chaos? But give me order. Like, you have a set of rules that everybody should adhere to. We need to follow the rules. Otherwise, society breaks down into chaos, and you people say you don't want that. So what I don't understand is how the legal system is now so far gone to where a case that should have ended a long time ago is still going on. And the lawyers are still and people are still going through this, like, bullshit. People are still attacking him for what? What? What are you attacking him for? Money? You want money? Get a job. Do something real with your life. Take accountability. Stop being a fat ass on the couch and bitching all the time and do something with your life versus just complain about a dude who's 10 times more successful than you could ever dream to be. It makes zero sense to me that people would waste their time attacking a dude solely because they are jealous. You want what he has. You want that success. So you're gonna go after him and attack him because you're too retarded to live your own life. It makes zero sense to me in my First Amendment protected free right opinion speech. And the fact that the legal system is allowing this to continue is fucking horrific. That people are allowed to just continue to bullshit and drag him through the mud and threaten him and do all this bullshit because, well, I don't want to get off my ass and actually make something of my own life. Like, do something that's not shitting on another human being for literally no reason. No reason that I can fucking find other than you're fat and angry that other people are more successful than you. I don't get it. Fucking do better with your life. Take responsibility and accountability for your own life and be better. God damn. Why are people so retarded today? It is so irritating. We have bred a culture of entitlement and jealousy because people want to do bullshit.
People want to be jealous and attack people for no reason. Literally other than jealousy. And this is high school, apparently. You know, Blink-182, I'm pretty sure it was Blink-182, has the song High School Never Ends. And I never really thought, I never went to public school. I was homeschooled my entire way through, which explains a lot about me, right, guys? I'm weird, but I'm like a little weird, but not the weird. I embrace my weirdness. And a lot of that comes from my homeschooleriness. And I'm like, this is to me, in my opinion, I don't really know because I never went to high school, but this seems high schoolery. This seems like you're mad that he's, again, 10 times more successful than you could ever hope to be. And so it's like, oh, let's attack him. I did see, it's kind of common knowledge. There's a couple different ways to grow your channel. One way to grow your channel is to get in a beef with a channel that's bigger than you. And to like start drama. I don't like drama. I try to stay away from drama. But sometimes it's like you are fucking shitting on the legal system. And I love the legal system. I love rules. I need order because my brain is chaos. So having outward structure is good for my internal thought process. Because all of this chaos that goes in here at least can follow the rules in society. So it's like we need to adhere to the rules because you just follow the rules. Why don't you follow the rules? I don't get it. Just follow the rules. Stop abusing the legal system for fucking clout. It's weird and it's sad and it's pathetic. And I will never understand it. And that's something I do kind of want to go through. Because again, I love the legal system. I'm angry that people are abusing it and taking advantage of it. You want to use it as a sword to defend and to attack. And it's like, homie, like, you're full of shit. And so I've been thinking I want to go through that just because I'm about to, again, I have applied to school and I'm trying to go back to school for my bachelor's in criminology. And to see people just shitting all over shit you like, shitting all over the stuff you love. Let's put it that way. It's hard to cope with. It's like, it might be broken right now, but at its roots, there is order. There's a structure there that we could follow. It might need to break down a little bit back to its bones and be rebuilt. But there is hope to rebuild our legal system. But not when fucking asshats want to be angry and jealous little fucking trolls and shit all over it. And at some point, they have to be held accountable, and I don't understand why they're not being held accountable. Like, ugh. I mean, we're in the process of it, but it's taking forever. And the one thing that has remained through all of these cases, Jeremy Hales, Clayton Eckerd, like Virginia Giuffre, is that the system is failing the people it's supposed to protect by allowing asshats to take advantage of it. It's allowing people trying to live their lives be completely eviscerated. And I hate that. I served this country because I wanted to protect its values and I love it. This country allowed me to marry my wife. And I now have a life where I get to live with my best friend, my soulmate, and we can live our lives how we want. This country is fucking amazing. We can go to church. We can stay home from church. We can smoke weed. We cannot smoke weed. You can drink. You cannot drink. You can pray to whoever you want. This country is amazing. And I want to protect those values and those standards. And when those values and standards are threatened over and over again, it pisses me off. And in the case of Karen Reed, it pissed me off to the point where I'm going back to school. I'm going back to school to get everything I need to do to educate myself so that I can do it better. So that I can help protect the citizens of this country in a different way. Because being in the Army hurts. It hurts. And I'm older now. And I want to walk when I'm 40. And so I can't serve the country in the same way anymore, but I can do something else. I can make use. Diwa asked, do you need vitamin D? Bro, when I was in the service, I was dealing with physical issues, and they had me on a vitamin D supplement, like regimen, and when I went to pick it up, the pharmacist asked if it was for my grandmother. He was like, oh, are you picking it up for your grandma? And I'm like, no, it's for me. And he goes, really? And I'm like, yep. He goes, oh, we typically only, prescribe this to older people that, have issues with bones. And I'm like, no, that's me. They're mine. Yep. Oh, that was brutal. I felt some type of way after that. But no, I love this country because it's what it's given to me. I've had to work hard for what I have, but in this country, I'm allowed to work as hard as I want to be as successful as I can be. And that's amazing, because let me fucking tell you, there are countries where women are not allowed to. There are countries where women are not allowed to work hard to be as successful as they can be. There are countries where women have to cover their faces and their hair. Bro, I'm allowed to wear my hair out and down. This country is fucking amazing. And to see all these people shitting on it constantly fucking hurts. And to see people taking another thing that I love, the legal system, which helps make this country what it is. Again, it's fucked up right now, but at its bones, it can work. It's frustrating. So I'm going back to school because I want to help the citizens of this country in the way that I can. And in a way that I enjoy, and that's criminology. And if I end up going into forensics, if I end up going into law, it will be for defense against the government. I always thought I could never be a defense attorney because I'm like, I could defend pieces of shit. No, that's not what you're doing. You're not so much defending pieces of shit rather than holding the government accountable, saying, nah, fam. You have to prove this. You are accusing a citizen. Fucking prove it. And if they can, great. Awesome. That's how it's supposed to work. If they can't, you fucked up. You got the wrong guy. You didn't do what you're supposed to. Move on. So it's just, it's one of those things where a culmination of all of these cases have pushed me to want to go back to school. So I'm going to go back to school because I'm tired of this bullshit. I want to do something about it. I don't want to just rant on, for as much as I love just ranting about it on the internet with you guys. I love that I'm allowed to rant and rave about the shit our government is doing and shit that people are doing. But I want to do more than that. I want to actually do something. I want to do something to change it or hold the government accountable or whatever the case may be. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this journey together, and we're going to continue to call out the government and we're gonna continue to call out the court system. We're gonna continue to call out these fucking corrupt-ass judges that think they can do whatever they want because it's their courtroom. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. Oh, yeah. So that was pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. I'm definitely irritated with the system and all of these cases. And we can get a good laugh out of the Owens case. We can, you know, they called her a dude. Her story is insane, but at its core, Clayton should not have had to go through that. Clayton shouldn't have had to deal with all of that. And he shouldn't have to still be dealing with the fallout, but he is. The legal system, in my opinion, failed him when he needed it the most. Because judges want to make up their own rules and not just follow what they're supposed to do. Now, for a long time, I look up to Judge Alex Manning. I want to be Judge Manning. She started out in the service, then she became a police officer, then went to law school, became a lawyer, and then became a judge. That is an awesome fucking track. Like, if you could follow that track, man. Oh, no. Hey, Joe, I don't think I could ever be president. Man, if you listen to this rant stream, I am so ADHD and, like, I could never be president. I think I would be way too, no, and, okay, don't hate me. My friends, my dudes, I'm about to give you a spicy opinion. Guys, come here, don't tell anybody. Come here, getting close. I don't think Clinton should be president. I don't know if I would vote for him. I know how women are. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a woman that is married to a woman. I know a thing or two about women. And while it would be amazing to have a woman president, I know that once a month, I want to punch everybody. Can I just tell all you dudes, for you dudes who don't know, it is the most frustrating thing in the entire world to be like, logically, I know that this is hormones. I know this isn't pissing me off this much, but my feelings are pissing me off this much. And it's like, for me, my logical side battles my emotional side. And I'm like, I know this is not logical. Like, I know this shouldn't be pissing me off. Why is this pissing me off so bad? And it was the best example I can give is, you know, I used to work with somebody, and this person, I love this person to death. This person is amazing, and always told me jokes, always told me, like, I love this person, but once a month, one day out of the month, this person would piss me off. Like, I wouldn't want this person to come around me. I'm like, no, not today. I can't handle it. And thankfully, this person, I'm like, I would just kind of be like, not today. And this person would respect it and be like, all right. And then literally the next day, I'd be like, ooh, okay, I'm fine. If I was like that as president, and like something happened to just particularly piss me off, granted, I know there are people around that could kind of talk you down, but like, I know how I get. So I don't know. There is a woman I would vote for, though. Can you guess? There is a woman. If this woman ever ran for president, I would vote for her. 100% every time. Anybody guess? I'm gonna pause to wait for the guesses. I think this should be fairly easy for y'all that know me pretty well. I think you might guess who I would vote for a woman. Politically. This woman is in politics. If this woman... She has run for president before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I would vote for this woman. Mrs. Flux. No. For as much as that would be fun. Oh, Outpost Nerd. I'm offended? I'm offended. No. I don't think she's ever... AOC's never run for president before. She's not old enough. Boom, boom, boom! And... David Nelson for the win. Tulsi Gabbard. I would 100% vote for Gabbard. She was a combat medic. She still serves. I don't know about Carrie Lake. I kind of am in the mindset, if you are president, you should have served. I think presidents should have military service. In my opinion, there are commander-in-chief. They are in charge of the military. They are the commander-in-chief. I think they should at least had to have had some military experience, in my opinion. Because again, that's our commander, you know? But I would 100% vote for Tulsi Gabbard. I like her. She's pretty. And, she seems to be fairly common-sensey. I like common sense. I like people that appear to have common sense. That is key. Oh, you post that before. Yeah, no, I would... There is something about Tulsi you don't trust? What? What don't you trust about her? I don't know. Coming from the military background and having, you know, she's a sister. You know, she's a sister in arms. I think I would vote for her. Trump went to military school. Oh, military school doesn't count. No offense to people who went to military school, but military school doesn't count. I would not count ROTC either. Tulsi was a Dem, if I'm not mistaken, but Tulsi was a Democrat, but she walked away when the party went insane. From what I have followed, essentially when the Democrats kind of went off the deep end, she was a part of the walk away movement, where it's like, this is too much. This is too much, y'all. And I can respect somebody that's like, this is how I used to think, this is how I used to be, but I changed my mind. I don't think they're following the values, I don't think they're following what they should be, and I can respect somebody that's like, didn't she kill her dog? No, that was Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem's the one who killed her dog. Kristi Noem got way too much plastic surgery. She used to be pretty, and now I feel like she's just... Politically connected people I know say she's a great person. I mean, again, for me, she has my respect as a combat medic, and as, you know, a command... Like, I'm pretty sure she's a colonel. Like, she's a colonel... Or a lieutenant. She's not a low-ranking officer. She is not a low-ranking officer. And I'm pretty sure she started out as enlisted. Which, like, anybody who starts out, you know, enlisted and then transfers over to officer, they know the you know, struggle of the enlisted people. But, I don't know. I would love to meet her. I don't think politics should be a career. I think politics, you should go for a term and then that's it. This whole civil service, turning into like actually we serve them. I don't know, man. AP says Tulsi is anti-Second Amendment. She claims to be learning from her past, but that hasn't changed. And she's a warmonger, but that seems to be changing. Yeah, I thought her stance on war had changed, and that was one thing I really appreciated, because as a soldier, I don't want to go to war. I don't think war is a good thing, and especially war in foreign countries. Like, no, we signed up to protect our country and serve our country, and to fight in all these other wars is bullshit to me. I hate that we're the world's police. I am firmly against the fact that we are the world police and have bases and all these outposts in all these countries. I think it's expensive. Yes, these other countries benefit from our presence, but at what cost? We, the American people, are suffering because we can't afford it. Like, strategically, I understand why we need bases and stuff and other countries to keep us safe. But I don't know. It's expensive being the world police, and I don't really see much of a benefit. Oh, there she is. Echo stopped by. Come here, baby. You guys want to see Echo? Oh, you don't want to stay? She wants to just hang out on the desk. But, it's one of those things where NATO is kind of an issue. I don't know. I'm just a gay retard on the internet. Why does anybody listen to me? But, that's what we do. We state our opinions and we make ourselves known as, as people. And I don't appreciate that everybody is just shitting all over the system, man, to include our own government. And now our president. He was the again, not surprised. I expected as much. Because, hold on. I expected as much. I mean, we all kind of did.
Don't you go kill... this picture, the caption it, don't go killing me now. That's the caption of this picture. Don't go killing me now.
It's time to do something about the system that is failing all of my countrymen. And we're going to continue to hold the government accountable here by yelling at them on the internet and by actually doing something, in real life to hold the government accountable. I think that's where I'm going to call it today, my dudes. I do believe Mrs. Flux and I are going to be doing some Monster Hunter later, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, wait. It's Thursday. We do dinner with Mrs. Flux's grandparents every other Thursday night. So I think dinner is tonight. So we might not be streaming. But we might stream when we get back again, because gotta do some monster hunting. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. We will continue to monitor the Epstein situation. I don't think we're ever gonna... Sounds like Flux is kicking off a peaceful revolution Olympics. Viva la revolution! I don't know. We need a change in the country because everything is broken, and I'm tired of it. And so I think it's time we start doing something. If that means becoming a lawyer or I could never go into politics. No, I could not do... Y'all, I could not be a politician. I'd want to punch a hoe. But, we might do... I might, get some lunch here and then come back with Project Zomboid. We need to finish clearing out the, storage unit. For those of you who don't know, I also do... I play video games, rant about the government, conspiracy analyzation, current cases that just blow my mind, and sometimes painting, but one game we are going through right now is Project Zomboid, and it is one of the most intense survival games I have ever had to play. And yesterday we went through clearing a storage unit. We have to go back to the storage unit today to clear that out. Let me make sure we got nothing else going on here. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for me today, folks. I appreciate everybody hanging out and stopping by and ranting along with me as we talked about all the bullshit. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Alright, so like I said, hit that like button, hit that notification button, do all that good stuff, because I forget to put out when I stream a lot. And YouTube isn't super helpful with that, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna get better at that. Alright, my dudes, with all that in mind, have an excellent